Okay. Are we set? Okay.
You wanted to see me now?
Yeah. Please, all the people expected are here. But some are coming on the way.
Some are training, but the class is like, okay.
We want to review what we have done before in the class. How to process title document of landed property, certificate of occupancy in Akwa Ibom State. We want to run through that one first. Then we need to have
So this is from the office of the
land use and allocation committee. You don't take out secretariat. Akwa Ibom State Land Use and Allocation Committee is a statutory body and extra-ministerial department. The functions and duties of Land Use and Allocation Committee are seen in Decree 6 of Land Use Act 1978. 7 delivery charter for Land Use and Allocation Committee. Number 3, Akwa Ibom State SAG circular. Later SAG stroke AKC stroke S stroke 35 stroke T stroke 31. That's the circular. That is the reference number for that circular. So if you go to SAG's office or any other office, ask for the circular concerning land use, they will give it to you with that reference number.
okay, so does this still make up the requirement for
No, I'm trying to tell you where the functions and duty of land use and allocation committee is deposited.
okay,
There's no need enumerating that in this paper.
okay,
The way you can see it, authority I'm citing.
okay.
You understand now? And section 351, subsection 5D of 1999 Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria. That is where you can locate the functions and duties of Land Use and Allocation Committee. An authority I'm citing now. Procedures. First, collection of application form and return the completed form with all the valid documents as required by the law, as mentioned above. Those things are mentioned: survey plan, certificate of deposit, stamp duty, revocable power of attorney. You complete the form, you fill the form with your passport photograph attached, you now submit it. Cartographic department of the committee, if satisfied with the document submitted, will go on inspection to ascertain that what is on the survey plan is exactly what is on the land in terms of address, size of the land, and that the land is not government land. Part of the problem we have is that some people, because government can acquire land, it doesn't develop it for a long time. So the individuals can sell that land to citizens who do not know. And if you want to pay the money, it's gone. And you want to go and get the C of O, they will not give him or her the C of O. Or Songoma, there is a part of a Songoma, some part when you get to, how many of you know where the deputy governor is living? Correct. The whole of that side is government land.
Yeah, some part, yes.
Some part of that land.
Yeah. I went there yesterday.
Yes.
Some people don't know that.
They don't know.
They don't know that.
They don't know.
So when you get there, in fact, for example, this is out of record, please. Property, any property there, because it's government land. I was a member of the committee to verify, but because for political reasons, the governor may not have political will to demolish the building, because a lot of people who have property there. If I'm involved and you are involved, who will vote for the governor? So
That's true.
everybody got close eye and but the suggestion we made is that whoever had acquired government land illegally should come because there's the original allottee. No matter what happened, there's somebody that was given that portion of land you are building. That can be gotten in the office. You negotiate with that person, you pay that person off, then you can now process the COO in your name. That's to say. But most of these people, some have died, some are not even interested because of the volatile nature of the place. So some people don't even get to find out that. So, but if you are involved in that kind of a thing, you know your money is gone.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
In case where the allottee is dead, how do you now process your?
Then you go to the siblings. Everybody cannot die in that family.
Okay.
There must be a son or a daughter, a brother or a sister, and something like that. You sorry that and bring it to the government. Government will know what to do. All applications from the individuals to the organization that make requirements for issuance of certificate of occupancy be put on public notice for 21 days, 21 working days. All the application for C of O is always put on public notice in all the local government that concern that land and in the notice board of C of allocation, land use and allocation committee for 21 working days. Why do they do that? They are expecting petitions if there is any grievance on that land. If for 21 working days there's no petition, we now can process the C of O. For complaints to petition from individuals and organizations, if there is no complaint, it be forwarded to His Excellency, the Governor, for approval in principle. If for 21 working days, there is no complaint, we now forward such application to His Excellency for approval in principle. Approval in principle of C of O is not C of O. No bank can use it to do any transaction with you because it's not C of O. You have to tell the individual that we are processing your original C of O. Meanwhile, you hold on this. But if there is any petition or complaint against any application, such application would not be forwarded until the matter is resolved. If you are 6 or 5 in this room, 5, we all apply for C of O, and 4 people are cleared, they forward. If after forwarding your application to His Excellency for Governor for approval in principle, you need to start something on your property. You need to develop your property. Ideal thing would have been to wait for Governor to sign and return it. But our Governor is always very busy person, and it may take some time. In the interim, what do we do? The applicant is on your neck. You need to develop his property. And then there is need for letter of consent. Letter of consent is principally used for Uyo Capital City Development Authority for approval of building plans. For approval of building plans. And it's only issued by Land Use and Allocation Committee. Let me read it from the letter of consent is issued by Land Use and Allocation Committee to an applicant if the document meets all the necessary requirements and satisfied by the Land Use and Allocation Committee to Uyo Capital City Development Authority for approval of building plans while waiting for approval in principle to return from His Excellency's office. Within the interim, we need to sign it. Letter of consent cannot be accepted as C of O in any financial institution. It's not a C of O. Your application has been forwarded to His Excellency, but you can use this one to process the building plan and any other thing in the Uyo Capital City.
So what is the difference between letter of consent and approval in principle?
Good. Approval in principle is signed by the Governor. Executive Secretary of Land Use and Allocation Committee signed the letter of consent. Yes.
Executive Secretary.
Of Land Use and Allocation Committee. Some of you may not know what is the meaning of extraministerial statutory of it's a ministerial department. As I said, land uses. Extra-ministerial department, the executive secretary uses a black biro pen as well as the permanent secretary. They are in the same capacity in terms of signing. His signature is honored as the signature of the permanent secretary in Rio Capital City, and he has only the power to sign the letter of consent. Land Use and Allocation Committee is different from Ministry of Lands and town planning.
Because the two have been somehow confusing.
Yes, he's not working under. It's not a Department of Land Use and Ministry of Lands and Town Planning. He's a ministry. He's on his own by this law, by the Constitution, by Land Use Act, by SAG circular. He's on his own. I was executive secretary of Land Use and Allocation Committee for 7 years in this state.
Wow.
So that is the position. But you cannot call yourself permanent secretary, even though you use the same black biro with the website. In fact, that's the end of you. If you are in an occasion, you even go and sit down where permanent secretary sit. Query. That is an insult.
So that certificate, is it by appointment or
Yes.
is it by
No. Your probation stop at level 17. Appointment is made as a permanent secretary from level 16. If you have political connection, you can be made a permanent secretary. But executive secretary is done by posting. Head of service, in terms of posting to that office as executive secretary. But the permanent secretary is appointed and approved by His Excellency. So you cannot call yourself a permanent secretary because you use the same black biro. Of course, you know the category of biros used in government. The governor use red, the CG and commissioner use green, permanent secretary use black. Then every other person use blue. If you use black biro in government, now you are PEMSECO. If you use green, you are a political appointee, a commissioner, SAG, head of statutory board. Yes, there is a difference between statutory board and part-time board. The statutory board members, including his chairman, go to office every day. Before now, they were given official car and all the entitlement, the free benefits and everything. But part-time board, they go to office once a month. Once a month. They are not statutory. Can mention Local Government Service Commission is statutory, Civil Service Commission is statutory, House of Assembly Service Commission is statutory, Judiciary Service Commission is statutory, Law Reform is statutory, SUBEB is statutory, State Only School Board is statutory, there is a Technical School Board statutory. These are the statutory. Audit Committee is statutory. These are the statutory boards. You go to work every day, you are expected to be given official card, but things are too tough now. The government cannot satisfy. You know how Corolla is bought now in the market. Even we want to buy second hand for them. There are some permanent secretaries, unfortunately, they do and they retire, there's no official card. Yeah, because it's very expensive. Very expensive. But by right, they are supposed to be given. That is not part of our lecture, please. It's for you. Yes. In case you find yourself in a civil service, you can now know. Or when you are discussing with somebody, you know as somebody, as a citizen of this state, the differences. Not to go and look at somebody as if you are an empty man. by this lecture, you are equipped to discuss anything in civil service pertaining to that. That's the purpose of giving you this lecture. Not just when somebody discusses that, sitting down like this. No, you must participate in every discussion. That is why I'm very proud to be a political scientist, because I know the world politics, the entire world politics. There is no country you will mention politics in this life for me. I will tell you the president, the assembly, everything. The current Ukraine-Russian war, I know everything. So you cannot be looking as if you are not a participant in any discussion. You must at least a fair knowledge of what is happening in that area. That's all. So that's like sometimes I would divert to something, I would digress to something that does not really concern us. The purpose is for you to gain knowledge. You understand me? After His Excellency had signed for 4 schedules, COO is sent in 4 schedules, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 schedules. For approval in principle, the office of the governor will retain 1 schedule. All the approval in principle, one schedule is in the governor's office. Send 3 to Land Use and Allocation Committee. Then Land Use and Allocation Committee will send a copy of the schedule to Minister of Lands and Town Planning. You will see the link between Land Use and Allocation Committee and the Minister of Lands and Town Planning. The applicant would get his or her approval in principle to Ministry of Lands and Town Planning, who will confirm the name of the applicant in the schedule, sent to the ministry, and process the original certificate of occupancy. The original certificate of occupancy is processed by Ministry of Land and Town Planning. It is not the Land Use and Allocation Committee that processed the original C of O. They only start the process and stop at approval in principle. When they send a schedule to Ministry of Lands and Town Planning, your applicant will now go with those requirements you have submitted with your name. There's a letter they will give you. You go and show them. They cross-check what the land use had already done. Confirm. They now ask you, you will pay for this, that. And then they process your original C of O to governor again. The final. So governor receive anything above C of O 2 times, and the signature is 2 times. That is how important it is. The applicant has to present similar original documents to requirement he had submitted to Land Use and Allocation Committee to the ministry for cross-checking. Then, if the ministry is satisfied with all the documents, will forward the applicant's application again to His Excellency the Governor for signature. Then the original C of O will be issued to applicant by the ministry. Thereby, applicant will get the title to his or landed property. Do you understand? It is not the land use that gives you the original C of O, it's the ministry. That is the link between the land use and the ministry. We had also talked about right of occupancy, a temporary permit for an individual to use government land. Temporary permit, not a C of O. In fact, it is yearly, subject to renewal every year. If you go to some pocket of estate in the town, you see some people planting cassava, maize, watermelon, and all that. They use it for the purpose of not allowing the thing to be bushy. So, for that purpose, they are given. Yeah, talking about the C of O, we want to add something. Is C of O a permanent thing issued by government to an individual or organization? So when you just get it, that is your personal property? No. An individual will be given by law for 99 years. For 99 years, subject to review by the government. If an individual apply for C of O for private development, for to build a house or things like this, it's 99 years. But if it's the name of his company or an organization to apply, it's 50 years, subject to renewal. That is what the Constitution says. That is what Land Use and Act says. Individual year is 99. Commercial is 50. 50 years. But you see, in Nigeria, anything goes. How many people can live from 100 years in government? To come and say, Obo, that thing we agree for 99, oh, it's already 99 come. And mostly, you know, our documents were put in the file, scattered all over. How many file can survive 99 years or 50 years? You see, there was no things are trying to change now in Akwa Ibom because everything is going to be documented in a system whereby you just go and ask your blood is in Etinan, which street got them of the street or a name of a village. Etinan has this other village. You operate that village, the thing will come up. So things like that and hinders this other thing I'm talking about. So it's like C of O is forever. Except in Lagos and Abuja, that everything is documented in the system. Lagos has gone very far, very, very far in terms of occupancy. In fact, let me even surprise you by saying that, as I would be saying, if the land and land management and land is well managed in this state, we may not have need to go to Abuja for allocation. I will not be surprised this place we are sitting does not have CFO. I will not be surprised if I find out this place that does not have CFO. They just pay money, acquire this property, and they start to develop, and that's all. No monitoring. No review.
So you said in an ideal situation, you must have CFO before you start developing.
Yes, you can't go to Lagos and get anything in the Bay or Lekki and you start no. And the act is signed within 3 weeks.
Oh,
They
it's
go.
faster there.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
I knew about Lagos is digitizing all their land stuff.
Yes.
Like, people that get land are not about a way, new real estate companies to get their documents.
In the shortest possible period,
Oh,
you get everything approval and you start. So that when they are calling you for review, you know it is the right time. You just go.
So how long does it take to review? Is it 50 years?
99 years for individual, 50 for company.
Okay, wow.
Yes.
So it means in Lagos they can review.
That's what it said. In fact, they are even changing the face of their CFO. How is still the old you say what you're still using.
Wow.
But that's why they make money than any other state.
I think they're using the strictness of that transfer is also because government is making money.
What are you telling? What are you telling me, my brother? Do you know how much you pay for? You pay for CFO? Okay, let's start from the beginning. Survey plan must be approved by the general's office.
Yes.
A certificate of deposit is signed by the Surveyor General Office, which means money is coming to government. The form you even collect from C of Land Use and Allocation Committee, you pay to government. The irrevocable power of attorney. What do I mean by stamp duty? You have done everything with your lawyer, you go to court and stamp. Might you stamped it, you take it to Internal Revenue Service. If you buy land in this town, you are giving 2-3 months of grace. Otherwise, you pay penalty for the stamp duty. I'm not yet to confirm that 3% of that money you buy the land, you pay to government. That's what they call stamp duty. Right now, yes, 3% of the amount you use, the land is paid to the government. That's why they now stamp duty. And if there's Land Use and Allocation Committee does not stamp duty on it, they will not process it. You don't just buy land and start using it. No. Yes. So this is money to the government.
Yes.
This is money to. So if you calculate all this tax clearance certificate, except you are a civil servant or a public servant that have been paying your tax as a when due, but you need to bring a certificate to show. You pay to government. So there's no way government you can't dodge government. You can't dodge, you must pay. So if all this is collected from individuals or organizations, who is looking for C of O? Tell me. So government must have money. But because of oil money, most states don't even care, except Lagos. So by the time you process your C of O, you know how much that will get out of your hand. I'm not saying inspection fee. Inspection fee, you don't pay to government. You pay to individual in that office. That one na their own.
Come and see your life. That one is our own.
Yes. So that one is by the way, if you don't pay, they leave in charge. You are not a serious man. You just work out on you. And just go and meet the boss. The boss will still refer you to that young man you ignored. So that young man you say, a small boy and a small woman. Now you go still go. That's the truth. That's our system. So if you cannot organize yourself well, and C of O has a dual, it has a lot of dual, land has a lot of dual purposes. You use it for harvesting, you use it for financial benefit from the financial institution. Yeah, you use it and plant, you plant, you get it. Yes, for financial purpose in the bank. So land is multifarious way of getting something for yourself. So even your land in the village is very, very useful. Some people will say, this one is a village land and everything concerns me. Something concerns you for that land. If government wake up to this, they want to develop that area. Now there you go, not say something is done.
So even in the village, you must have C of O.
I have my own. Let me even tell you, all my lands in the village are occupied. So I have C of O.
So that takes me to the question.
Yes.
Which is, I inherited the land from my father, for instance.
Good.
How do I get stamp duty for it? Because I need a stamp duty document to get C of O.
Okay, when your father gave you that land, did you have any document he signed?
No, my father was not giving me.
No, it's a question.
Yes, I have a case.
Okay.
I have a case.
Go ahead.
I'm using my mother's land in the village. There's no documents anywhere.
Okay. Is your mother still alive?
Yes, she is.
Okay, please. Whatever happens, before your other siblings will come and tell you that's not your land, get a lawyer to document something.
And then she signs.
She signed,
Okay.
document it, stamp it. Your lawyer will know you. They have to take it to court.
Yes.
He will stamp it in the court. That's your document. That's irrevocable. irrevocable power of attorney, not agreement. You used to do agreement in those days.
Okay.
Not-
Not
No, irrevocable power of attorney. Signed by your mother, and you and one or two witnesses in the family. Your mother cannot just give you land. You are not the only son of the man or the woman.
Yeah.
You all want to come and fight us.
Yes.
What make you? We come, you know the pikin.
So tell one or two of your siblings to come and witness it for tomorrow, for prosperity. You now can process it. You understand me? Uh-huh. And for the purpose of stamp duty, I would advise that anytime you are ready for that one, because for you to pay 3% of that amount, and that is what they call to furnish the consideration, right of it's called furnishing the consideration. And you must, even if once he gave you free of land, free of charge, pay something, even if it's 1 naira in return.
So that you can use it for stamp duty, 3%.
Hello?
Are you serious?
Later. So even if Momsi gave you land free of charge, you are my best son, I love you. So I say, Mama, it's okay, very good.
We'll do small thing first.
Small thing.
Okay.
Even if 1 naira, I say, carry the say, no, Mama, don't put it down. To furnish consideration, you are giving Momsi 2 naira.
Oh, that must be.
It must be included in the part of attorney. Yes.
Wow.
Because they will charge stamp duty from there.
Stamp duty from there, that's what they will charge.
Okay.
Government cannot just say it's a gift.
No
No,
understand it.
no, they say like gift. You must furnish consideration.
Mm.
Yes, you must furnish consideration. Except it is a will.
Mm.
Except it is a will. Except it is a will. The will include you that this land has been willed to you. Period. But if it is because you're my son, I love you, you're my daughter, I love you.
So how do you get stamp duty for will?
No, for will, there's
Property.
no, for will property, no stamp duty.
But they can still
Yes.
process
Yes, when you show the will, for the copy part of the will and attach,
Okay.
you are done.
Okay.
You
Okay.
are done. There's a property I bought 3 times in Afahaku where I live.
3 times.
3 times. Let me tell you what happened. I buy where I'm living first. I build and I stay. The side one, somebody said you want to sell that the son has a problem in Lagos, this and that and that. After putting juju for me to die, that I've trespassed. No, I'm telling you my story. And I went to the village head then. Village head called somebody that sold it to me. He said, look, man, did you steal somebody's land and sell to where? He said, no. The man said, he's sorry that he did this and that and that. He did whatever he did there. And later on, few months after, he wants to sell the land to me. I bought the land. There's the other one behind too, which I also bought. The other one was being a matter of litigation in court for over 7 or 8 years. 2 cousins were already in court for that land.
Did he tell you?
These people came and I said, what can we do to bring this matter out of court? He said, I can buy from 2 of them. The matter will be withdrawn. Good, fine. And I bought from 2 of them. I fenced the whole place. Did you know after some years, the man died, the original owner of the land died, and the will came out in court. None of those people were involved.
Wow, sir.
The land was willed to the grandson. The The Akpan was not involved. None of them was involved. Last year, the lawyer wrote to me after the judgment of the court and the will. I told my wife, it has happened. You can't contest this one because when the matters came up in court and the judgment was delivered, the person that sold the land to you did not protest. Did not say this is not the will from the father, this and that.
So you knew.
See, in fact, 1 year has rolled past after the judgment. Because after 6 months, you have the right to protest or to petition within 6 months. After 6 months, no way. I brought it. And I called because by the virtue of the father, my wife read law, and some law students were always coming to me for one assistant or the other. The father has been very useful to them. Then they are now lawyers, they are practicing. So I called the boy called Lucky. He came to the house, I threw the thing to him. He just read it. He said, Daddy, who did this? I showed him the place. Luckily, he knows the lawyer involved. He called the man. Hey, the man said, look, this man is my father. He said, Nathan, why did you call me? You wanted to make this case. I said, no. We have to talk. He went there. Finally, I had to partition 1.5 million to the rightful owner. To the rightful owner. The grandson, which the will had mentioned.
You know they follow them and rush anything.
No. If you don't do like that, because you are an enlightened person, they will rubbish you in court.
Yeah.
They will rubbish you in court.
True.
So how did I pay this money? I paid to the lawyer. You don't pay to individuals so that case will not arise again tomorrow. The lawyer sent the account number. We transfer the money, send the receipt to him. That is the end of the matter. Yeah, otherwise, they have the right to come and demolish the fence you have built and acquire and get their property because it's theirs. It's not yours. So I'm saying this for everybody to learn. If somebody says there is a will, you know there is a will, please look for that will. No, the man that is selling the land to you is the one in the will. The will. Otherwise, forget it. Just tell him, okay, I've heard what you said. The request is very genuine. We'll talk to you later. That's all. That's all.
So what brought us to this? So even the village land that someone gives you must get the power evaluation how to function from the person.
Yes.
Yes, the village land is owned by government. Every land is owned by government. But land use settlement, this is it. Every land, government can come tomorrow and enter your village. They want to build secondary school, they want to build college of education, they want to build university. All of you just hands off. Even when you are given the CFO on that land, it's not your own. Government can revoke it.
But that CFO allows you to be really compensated.
Well, he does not really have anything to do with compensation. He has no direct benefit from compensation. What matters in compensation is structure, the building. The economic tree, we will still use the colonial way they calculate in paying the economic tree, which is not 1 penny, 2 penny, not. It is the structure that gives you additional advantage.
Not land.
Not land. Land is government business, and you don't have land. What do you have land? It's on the area, it's on the. Who tells you it's horizon? Let me tell you, when I was executive secretary of Language and Education Company, these people sold dish in Ebugu to some people. And I told them, are you mad? How can you sell dish to people to do tank farm in Ebugu in particular?
I know.
Well, listen, give them on listen. 99 years listen. So your grandchildren can come and say, this is my father. The time was not solo, it was a lease. And lease, you don't have CFO. When I lease my property to you, you're not entitled to CFO. The CFO is mine. You don't have any right. There's a mega church in this town. I don't want to mention names. I mentioned you all know. They gave me money to do C of O. In fact, yes. And when I look at it, I say, this is lease property, sir. He sent his lawyer to give me big money. That he wants that. I said, no. Because one, I would have been in trouble. That means I misled the governor to sign what he ought not to have signed. Because definitely, you are not the only one in the system.
They'll track you.
They will send it to the ministry. Ministry that had expert.
Yes.
You are in trouble. And that C of O will not be issued to him.
But so why would they want to see your vote for the next one?
No, forget let me tell you, see, a church organization, Max Weber said, is an opium of the people.
Of the masses.
Of the masses. These people are mad.
They'll
Yeah.
suck you dry.
They suck you dry. You got a lease property from somebody, you have been using that property for many years, and you now want your own without the knowledge of the person.
Coming from the backyard.
Even though the man,
And you wish you were correct.
even though the man has died, the children are grown up and they are all enlightened. They refuse to sell that place to him. He has gone to them several times. Say, it's a lease property, sir. We'll continue on this. They can only review the price. Then you wanted to Baldog to no. It's not done that way. And you call yourself a Christian. And you call yourself a preacher.
A leader.
And you want to use me.
Maybe
It's not possible now.
some excuse, they don't know that. They don't know it.
It's not possible now. Yeah, so when I talk to my people like that, they went and scatter whatever agreement they did. And so they went into this property and said, we can now talk. Okay, I now told them, you know one thing? Let one person who was not involved write a petition to the office. I will call all of them. That's what we did. Your signature is not yet. Get somebody that signature is not yet. Write a petition to Land Use and Location Committee, because by law we are supposed to settle any dispute that may arise. And they did it. A lot of them came to my office. I told them, look, you want to buy this property? Say, yes, we have already bought, the lawyers say, good. There is a petition against you. So what do? We cannot process this C of O because there is a petition. The people say they no longer want selling, they want the lease. So what do you want to do? Since you need the property badly, you have to confirm to them. There is nothing, they even came to my house. What this thing I'm telling you was a big pressure from them. Because the owner of the company in overseas or in Lagos, they have agreed that they have got the thing done, money collected.
And
Money collected.
Know what the markup that would have so
They say, whatever that man wants, give him. They say, whatever I want should be given. And I have conscience. This is my area. How can I come and sell the beach, empty into the Atlantic Ocean for you? Oh my God. I said, no. So that deal was forgot to leave. And I told the people, since you have already collected the money, they will add you small money. You do the lease because you cannot refund that money to them. That one is impossible. The money has already been shared. And so you can't get your money. You can't get it. So you buyer, you ask small things for them to make them happy to sign the lease property, and they all sign. And that was the end. You don't give up your for what?
you don't also understand the level of poverty, what poverty has done
No.
mentally.
You are right to say that.
In the face of this one say, what is this one? Give me this.
That's the truth.
And then ignorance.
Ignorance.
It's just a point where someone brings money to some people.
They have never seen 1 million in their entire life.
For them, it's like big money. So they can trade.
And some of them that did that thing had died. Some are not longer alive. Some have died. Look at them. I left land in 2015. And you can imagine between then and now, somebody has died. The children are grown up. In fact, what would they have done? They now pay them on yearly. Yes, I make it to, at the end of the year, you go and collect some money. Whether they use their property or not, you start to make trouble that they should evacuate the place. They will come and pay you money. Yes. So that's the truth. The lease property, if you are leasing a property to somebody, that leasee does not have the right to get CFO. Yes. Except outright sales.
Yeah.
Outright sales can get the property, can say CFO. So that's the story. So when you just see somebody, I have a paper, you want to give CFO, who tells you? You cannot. You cannot. That's why when government occupied or get a land from you, they will pay you compensation. You see what we call indemnity fund. Indemnity fund means you have collected the compensation, adequate compensation. So even if you go take government to court, you won't get it. When you sign indemnity form, that means you are satisfied. Whatever compensation given to you by government. Of course, you will be snapped now. When you are signing, they are snapping you. You may not even they are snapping you. You are signing. You are smiling. You are signing. You go to court tomorrow and say they pay me small thing. It's okay. This small thing. That's my grandfather land. That's my father. My father grave is there. My great grandfather grave is there. They should have paid me for deities. Okay, good. Who signed this? That's good. So we have to know all these things in case by because tomorrow I'm not looking at you as earning the business here. You grow up to own estate.
Yeah.
So you know what to do. And if you want to acquire land for an estate, please involve government. Make things easy for you. Involve government. You have no right to go and buy pieces of land in the village and say you want to. If you don't involve government, the trouble that thing will give to you, you may not be able to come out of it.
Okay, sir, I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
Mbo, for instance, now development is certainly whether it's going to go or not. How does one develop? Maybe you want to go and start developing an estate from there. Now, how is that possible? How do I begin that?
The whole of that area has been taken over by government. There is what is called Ibom Development Park. Government has acquired, if you are where you come from, you may not even know. Let me tell you, from Ward 1 to Ward 12 is government land. For ease of doing business, the investor will come. What you need to do, people. Some of you are just making that you don't have any land there. What you need to do is government will now come, sit down with that man, discuss, cut CFO for that person. The person will now come to your community because the BIR, the Petroleum Industrial Act, expect the company to negotiate directly with the community. So it will come and discuss with you. But if by error of omission or commission, you say you want to sell that land and the man does not know, to collect his money, that money is gone for nothing. The only thing is BIA, Petroleum Industrial Act, that you can discuss and get benefit out. You will develop the area. Otherwise, the whole of this what is here is taken over by government.
So is there a document? How do I?
There's a document. They signed it. The government signed it. And let me even shock you. What we see in government is not You know this Sterling Oil Company in Ikorobasi has also always been like that. Compensation was paid to them. Why Mbo or a Fiat on is delayed is because government did not have enough money to pay compensation. This thing we are discussing, we shouldn't have discussed it again. And government has signed MOU with NNPC. NNPC now said, okay, since you don't have enough money, can you give me a letter so that we can pay that compensation after you pay? Government by strike, they are not giving them that letter. They have not paid that compensation. 2.8 or so billion naira. That is why the matter is still what it is. That is why you people are even making noise. Small noise. If the government pays that compensation today, you have no right to. You don't even have land. As you say, Mama has given you land. That is what is delaying the matter. And it's not good for us from that area and the state government because there are a lot of investors hanging around to develop that place. They cannot, because you can't enter somebody's land, no matter how powerful government is. You can't kill everybody and get to say you are the government. No, you have to negotiate. By now, a lot of things will have started happening, no matter the kidnapping thing stuff. Because the kidnappers are still our boys. True. They are not foreign. If my brother is not a kidnapper, your own is a kidnapper. So, and your brother cannot come and kidnap him. You will say, now our own belief, so how will we do? But that will change. Now we. So we can always go to them. Can go to their, they are not hiding, they are staying there in the forest. And the forest is our forest. Once a year our land is in now, what's happened now? I beg, see, we want you to come and protect these foreigners who are coming for investors. Investment, yes. We hire you, they will listen. That's all. That's what I resolved to do. Because there was a funeral was supposed to take place in a Fiat where you come from. That because of this kidnapping of Oraman ruler, they said no, they can't come. Yes, by now we could have started. So that's the truth. The kidnappers are not the Yibo, they are all black people. They are one. Oraman ruler told me people were speaking in Mbo language there with them. Even if boys were involved. As he was hearing, they were not talking English, they were not talking Obani, they were speaking their own language. So, you see, so that means our boys are also involved. And so we can also talk to them. Government is ready to talk to them. But they are looking for, their link has been broken. The person that used to go and see them, and they started kidnapping big boys, and everybody is running away. But that's not the best thing to do. Once they are ready to talk, government will talk with them. And it's not the best thing. It's not lack of work. You say the people are hungry, they don't have work. No. See, unemployment is not only in Nigeria, it's a global issue. So if it is unemployment, why didn't the other people kidnap people anyhow they want? So it's not. I disagree with that point. It's not. If it's unemployment, okay, let them come and give them 62,000 and work in the civil service. They can't work in civil service. So they cannot. They have seen big money. They cannot work here. Government is ready to hire them to come and work. They cannot work. So it's not unemployment. It's greed. And you see, the investor would have even opened no door for them.
Yes.
They would have even, the money they are having, 50 million, 60 million, 100 million, and they share. They may not be able to sustain that for a long time, but company would have given them a lifeline for them to live for a long time. Honestly speaking, they are making things very difficult for our people. Very, very difficult. Crayfish is not more there in the market, fish is no more there. Because of fear, the fishermen have been taken, killed, some collected the cardboard engine and all that. So people are afraid to go. So it's not unemployment. It's not. Government is very willing to assist. So industrial hub is also the Ibom industrial hub is the whole of that area. Ibom, this other one city takes from Mbo, Esreket, and Ibom industrial city. So the whole of that area.
I don't know that for you to Portland.
So that's the truth. Government has taken it, and in fact, there's a management committee in place managing that place. And in fact, even if you are investor you are from there, and you have to refer you to government management committee. You can't negotiate because they have not taken all the land there, but there's a portion. It's okay. This portion will be given to you. Pay compensation. The problem is compensation. If compensation is still paid to the individual, everything is okay. So just pray that things will happen. The government will now look at it as a priority and pay compensation to the individual. So it's okay. Yes.
Okay, sir. There's an area at Ifa.
If I got a bone.
If I got a pan.
Okay.
That's where
Wait 1 minute.
Okay.
Hello? Around. No. Number committee, not later. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so that area. So I think that area going for inspection. Yesterday I took a survey on there for chatting area before. So I realized that his government has government interest. So it's those people that bought it, they wouldn't have compensation for any for.
If government had acquired property, go and buy. Whose fault? No.
That place he went to, that is yes.
After the one that they bought.
After the one that he bought, that area he went to doesn't get any place.
It's not the fault of the government that you have bought his land. You should have found out.
But why don't people do due diligence before they go and buy?
Yes.
They just don't spend waste money for them. Anyway, they have money to spend. Why don't you find out like what and why I came for this class? No, you said something to us in the class. If we have any matter, any land matter in this state, we should be free to.
Yes. If there is no part of the state that I don't know government land, and I will advise appropriately. Don't go there.
Class, someone called me, wants to buy it. No, you say, when you have, you should not have the parents and you.
Yes.
Wanted to buy land. They told me, I draw his ear. I said to
You
him,
leave that
I
area.
said to him, don't go. If you go there, your money is gone. He said, well, what do you say? So I said, look, I have privileged information. What I know, you may not know. Don't go there. If you want to go there, let me go and do, I have someone let me talk to somebody on your behalf. And they say, okay, and you want to do, first want to do traditional stuff. Let's say you go and make we say people there.
It's a lie. There's a
that once you are done with that one, you cannot come. Let me tell you to where, if you go there, you're on your own. I warn you as a friend. It's okay, I will come back to me. At least I feel my conscience.
Yes. Use is a dangerous place. They have taken all the government, the university land, and they are occupying more. There was a time when I was in government, we went there for inspection. That university land is very, very big. Behind where the last building, inside, very, very big. The people are building there. So they had to demolish it. The university had to demolish it because the state government was with it. We called that committee University of Uyo Public Relations to Community Relations. So it's not good. State government has given that land to university by federal government, and you want to say they were given when my father was not didn't know anything. You want to take part? No. The survey plan, regional survey plan, is there in the Surveyor General's office, and you say no. Compensation was paid, no matter how small it is. It was given. So, source area, No good. If I call a bone, if I call a bar, you this one I'm talking. Please, just advise your buyer. Let's look for another place. This place is not clear. Just shift out. There's a place between of 40 Luyo to Idodo Road. If you go there, there's an open place. It's not occupied. When Kaha was a military governor, that is where he had acquired for stadium. Initially, Uyo Stadium was to be there. But all of a sudden, it was changed to this other one. You understand me? People cut it and said, then the state government has given that place to the University of Uyo Teaching Hospital. People started cutting. The CFO cannot be given to you in such a place. It's not possible. So it's good to make adequate investigation before you buy land in Uyo. Before you buy any land in Uyo. Apart from this one selling to you, this one the same land, another man will sell to you. When you want to buy land, you say you are the owner, you say, okay, your family head, your village head. You involve. At least before you knew all this, there must be somebody in that place that say, bro, I pray where you go, you know, play. I say, where you want to go, you know, play. You drop. So just go and see, and you say, I'm in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry to buy land. Land is always available. Once you are in a hurry to buy land, they want the university, the airport road. Enter by right, you say, I want to buy land. Now, government land you are buying. You're just buying government land. Like one of you colleagues told me, along that road, he has bought the land. I told him it's a government land. He said, oh, you guys, you talk to now government, you cannot access it.
Which one?
Airport road, after the other luxury estate, after mega station, you take right, going in. All that is government land. We have occupied, we acquired that place to build a house for them, house of assembly, when they were told not to stay in there. Someone acquired my estate.
Which local government? Is it right or?
No, Ibesipo.
Oh.
Ibesipo. Although one has a part of the land, some part of the land.
Is that where you are from?
No, as in that
So government policy. They can propose this thing today, tomorrow the government is no more there. But acquisition was made. Surveyor can stay in the comfort of his office and survey that land.
True, sir.
Yes, they got it. That there's no need. The one that they were making noise, okay, we'll go. Once government show interest in any land within the state, or federal government show any interest in any land within the state, federal government cannot come and survey the land here. It is the state surveyor that will do that on behalf of federal government. Once they acquire that land for overriding public interest, the first set of people that will go in is the town planner. They will produce what is called site plan. site plan is prepared and produced by town planners. Then they now hand over that site plan to the surveyor general's office. That is what the surveyor general office will use in tracking and tracing and surveying the land. Yes. Like I was telling you, Igbo Industrial Hub, when surveyor went there, it was very volatile. They came back, and of course, you know the surveyor general is a woman. To use a speedboat to cross over, and the number of people, the white boys there, he's up there with them, it's okay. He came back. The thing was done here. Nobody was troublesome. Say people are troublesome. It's okay.
Oh, yeah, sit down there.
You will not see any of them there again. Everything is prepared. You have the coordinate now, so there's no need coming to your place. So that you don't kill somebody. If there's any bloodshed there, it's not good. This is the same thing now. Once we have a volatile area, surveyor will not go. Would you go? I will stay there and do everything. Then the estate valuers of the ministry are only involved in paying compensation. The Department of Estate, their own is they pay the compensation to individual owners or organization or church or whatever. Church is group under organization. You understand me? Church is group under organization. It's not an individual. Even though you may think the chairman of that church is your church, no. It's group under organization. So that's what happened. That's what happened. The town planner are the first set of people. They will even come in without you people knowing. You are sleeping in the house, they are already working. Then the people you will see physically are the surveyors, the state surveyors. If you chase them away, they will come back and give a report and they say, okay, come back, please. Come and stay. It is the survey plan that estate valuer will use doing the compensation. You see the tripartite agreement or tripartite arrangement. The town planners to surveyor, general to surveyor, from surveyor to estate. That's all. That is why. If you have any wahala with the ministry, you are in trouble. Those boys where the things say no sabi book, they work out, so they will deal with you. Yes. So even if you have your own surveyor estate valuer, when whatever is value for you is subject to approval by the estate valuer. And because the state is paying, you are not paying, they will pay you what they approve. So your own way, you say, my estate value, I say 3 billion, it's nothing. What does the state government say? 2 million. They'll
pay you that one.
So if you know what is good, you work with them.
You just leave your own self, work with them, find them.
Yes, that's all. I'm telling you the secret.
And you can negotiate with them and
Absolutely.
I'm telling you.
And do markup with yourself.
Yes.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. That's how things work. If you ignore them because you think they are civil servants, they don't come out road, now only you come out road. You go, yeah, we.
They get jumped up. That's jumps out.
You know, some people, because they are political godfathers, they don't even talk to these people. So it's always good. And you see some of them are lanky, they don't have anything, they don't wear suit. You ignore them.
They don't touch.
They don't do landing. They don't do landing, so you ignore them. It's okay, go well. You have to be fair to everybody you see on the road. No matter how they look like. Don't ignore anybody. You don't know who you are ignoring. Because the person you see in Uyo today, tomorrow you may see him in London. You see him at the park. You know some of the park people, they also go to school. Yes. So I saw someone that was a vendor in Uyo. He's a lecturer now. He has a PhD. When I came to Uyo for schooling, he was a vendor. He was a vendor in the Uyo Motor Park. Selling newspaper. Today he has a PhD. So you can imagine. So you don't know anybody. You fight everybody, you see. You know tomorrow. I also know somebody they pay compensation to during Uyo Ikorogbene Road demolition, who was living in the Meridian Hotel. He had returned to park.
The irony of life.
Yes. This man that carry white hair, the other guy. Today he's carrying black hair. You're welcome. You know the Ikorogbene thing. Please shut down. This is off record, please.
Okay.
We are just using this one.
Okay.
When we were paying compensation with Ikorogbene Road, the man drove his mother away from the house. That the property is his father's property. He should also go and get his own father's property for compensation. He collected all the money. In fact, that the mother was pleading with us to pay him all the money so that he can live. He was staying in the Meridian Hotel for 1 month. He squandered all the money. I was surprised to see the same man in the motor park. In the motor park.
Up to this. Back to this.
All the women he has carried, they have all run away. That is somebody that has no plan for his life. If you don't plan your life, you are a failure. No matter what happens, you cannot be a messenger from the one in the office and you retire as a messenger. I'm always against it. So those who had worked with me, say, you must go to school.
And you told me that.
Yes. Go to school. Let's say I don't have somebody, things are very rough. The one I finished, the first degree I finished, I managed to finish. This other one, I said it's not true. If I tell you my story, you will run, all of you will run away from this room.
No, everybody has that.
Yes. Where I come from, parents don't pay your school fee well, very, very well. They manage to give you. They say, nah, your own be that though. And unfortunately for me, I lost my father at a tender age. I was trained by my mother. My mother does not know what is called pocket money. That's not her story. Provision is not a portion. To give you provision to go to school is not a portion. You get the video, please. It will ask you, provision. Okay, career. Me grow for. I mean, because you keyboard. I can't buy it. For now. Unfortunately for me, I was a government scholar in my Sunday school. So he did not know any other thing. So if you don't hustle up by yourself, you are in trouble. Say, if you are first or second or fail, my mother wasn't an educated woman. So they now come and say, who were a for everyone because you're everyone kappa, everyone make or even ever.
So beyond 3 years, you
I think theory. And I happen to have come from a teacher's family. My grandfather was a teacher, all my uncles were a teacher. Uh-huh. So before you want to lie, they already know your teacher. Who was their classmate in TCC or this and that. Because the man will even tell them your result before you arrive.
That would have been so hard for me.
So my grandfather happened to be a headmaster. In fact, he opened the school. He was a missionary. He told me there were two sets of schools in those days because he was interpreter to colonial masters. Yes, missionary school and a government school. He was born alone. I'm telling you my story now. Don't carry that one, please. It's personal to me, but I have to tell you. He went to the missionary school. He was trained as interpreter by colonial masters. So he was able to read and write. Among his peers in his community, he was number one. So he was alone. He was born alone. And so the parents used to marry for the son. The parents married the first wife for him, who was not my grandmother. My grandmother was the second wife. He now be a teacher and marry my grandmother. So the missionary said it was against the Christian law for you to marry more than one wife. So they excommunicated him from the Catholic Church. And government school was there. So he now joins government school, who did not know how many wives you marry. So he married my grandmother, I married another one, I married another one. He was able to stay. And so all the teachers that in my community, in fact, he helped them to produce them. Because if you go to the missionary school, you have to go to Uzwagoli. I was thinking Uzwagoli is a university. I didn't know it's in Abia State. Methodist TTC, Uzwagoli is in Abia State. That is the highest place they could go to. And when the DC, the DO, the district officer, came up with a scholarship scheme, all my uncles were trained in Uzwagoli. Yes. So they all had teacher grade 2, except daughters, which women education was not common in those days. So they got married. So before you even want to lie about your results, the teacher must have been come to the house and told my grandfather your position in the classroom before you ran from the school to the house. So your position has already been known. Good. And my grandfather used to do one thing. If he had retired now and he became a village head, the children were staying in around town, Calabar, and they used to buy him Chronicle and Daily Times newspaper. When the thing comes around, he will sit down and he will give you to read a primary 2 or 3 child to read in English and interpret in Oron for him. You will be doing as if he's sleeping. If you don't pronounce a word, say, stop there. How did you pronounce that word? So, and for this period, they sing like Bible to you that you must go to school. You have no alternative. In fact, I did not know there's anything called business. School. All of us. Because that was what my grandfather told us. And he told him, if you have any girl and is pregnant her, that is the end of your schooling.
Condition.
I was running away from girls until I finished my Sunday school. Because there's no way, there's no excuse. There's no excuse. You cannot carry 2 things and climb the palm tree. Neither leave one on the plant. That was the theory. And so when I finished Sunday school, I got that. No prayer for. No one would have and I went to Calabar. Good enough for us. We are partly Calabar. My grandfather's mother is from Calabar, so we have a place in Zero. I started walking. And my daddy said, "For you, if I'm going to okay." So when you get admission, you started the school, and then things were very, very cheap in those days. The government will pay your school fee, they'll buy a big coupon for you, and every other thing. I remember my uncle, who is a professor, when University of Calabar came and the geology department was established, he was sent to US alongside with the wife. Because if you are married, you have to go with your wife. You have to go with your wife to US. He had a BSc from Soka. He was working with Kasemco. When the geology department was established, he switched over. And so the government, the federal government has to pay your school fee and that's your wife. So that's that guy. So that's what happened. That's what happened. There was no need to staying back in the US because Naira was stronger than dollars. So when they finished, they just came back. I'm telling you, that's what they told me. That's what they told me. And it was very good. Now people are running to go to the US because of Naira and COVID.
No, I hate, sorry to cut you there. I hate that at some point in this country, people went to university, Ibadan, and you were there, those early universities, they had, when you come out of school, when you graduate, you have prompt employment, and then you work, whatever you did, you buy a car.
No, let me tell you what my uncle told me. There's the final exam in the final year. 6 companies were waiting for them. Were waiting for him because he did math statistics. 6 companies were waiting for him to take the offer with a Beetle car. And so John Hall, the Cabri company, was the one he was interested. They didn't give him car, Beetle car. They gave him 504 pan, fully AC. So he worked with them. He writes to regional manager. What happened? He did not employ anybody. After that, he went to US, and that's all. That's all the last we heard from him. That's all. So when he came home and he told him, how many people have you employed in camp?
And you lifted up.
He just said, okay, when he goes back to Lagos, he will see. That is the end. He just went there and carried up his paper and left. That's all. There's a surveyor in this town, is from Igbo. He started Shell. He's the oldest licensed surveyor in the state.
Wow.
He's alive. He's still alive, very old. All the children were born in UK. And that the only step back is the first one who has refused to even come to Nigeria. Married with children. He does not even talk to the brothers. That they are failures. He doesn't want to come and infect him and his family with the failure spirit. Because they are in Nigeria. When the father was sick and we called him, he said, he should be brought to her. Look at her, that will take care of him. I said, bro, this is where they talk to you. You don't understand. No. Your father has been hospitalized. You need money. He said, okay, was it? You transfer some pounds. He said, he spoke with the doctor. Please do everything to make him alive. Doctor said, how much is it? He paid money to the doctor direct. He didn't pay to the
So that the failure line would not even get.
I'm good enough, we were smart enough to doctor because I know that man. Please, this is your own. This is for the upkeep of the man. And that's how we got to. And since then, he has not called the father. The man seriously. Is here, the first license surveyor in this town, in Akwa Ibom, Cross River Akwa Ibom, this man. So because the children, they don't behave, there's no bond between you and your children, like we have in Nigeria or in Africa.
Absolutely.
There's no bond. So if you have a child that stays there, any day you see, thank God. My own, the only, the only that, how are you? Can we send you? I said, send me a phone now. They send this, they send the other one. That's all. They believe you can always, you can always survive. It's not like you say, I've not seen my father today for 2 weeks now. You run to the village or see him or her, chat with him. Once a while, they just talk you on WhatsApp, oh, Dad, how are you? Or they tell you to go for checkup. They can pay the money to the doctor to give you checkup, scan, and all that. When we were planning this meeting, sometime I couldn't make it. I was on a checkup in Abuja because that doctor knows them in UK and they paid everything. They pay our fee here, transport from here to Abuja, hotel. The man was so annoyed. If they are giving me that money,
I don't want
the checkup can be done in New York, and money will be left in our pocket to do something else. They pay directly to the man. Before you get to airport in Abuja, somebody will wait. Are you Dr. and Mrs. Everywhere? He said, yes. See the car. The hotel. I said, this is nonsense, please. Next time,
Send the money
send the money to me.
What kind of thing is
The
that?
same thing this man is doing in Abuja can be done in Uyo Teaching Hospital or anywhere. Any hospital, they don't believe in a Uyo stuff or a 419. No. Why do we spend this kind of money? For lipid provide tests, for liver tests, for kidney tests, for prostate and all that. Why? This can be done here. And someone left in your hand. Dr. Ocean in the year can handle it. So why do you need to pay this kind of money? Say that you don't need to come and rest, since you don't want to come. Say it's not arrant nonsense. Send me the money. And the man was delaying me there to show he's doing something. They put me in one place like I had one MAR. They put you like this, like in a coffin. They keep making a woo. They just examining your brain. What nonsense is this? What is wrong with my brain, my friend?
The very brain you are using to pump abundant wisdom.
Yes, examining your brain. What's wrong with my brain? It was annoying.
Yeah.
And that's what they believe then. That's what they believe. Their thinking is not this way we are thinking. No, they don't have anything to do with African stuff. Each time they put on BBC or CNN, Nigeria is killing, kidnapping.
The stories will be.
The journalists are also killers in this country. Every bad news on the CNN and BBC. Yeah.
Nobody's controlling you.
No, I think it's the national media, but there's no censorship. They just do for the West, for the media in the West, we see. I used to think that there were no beggars in England.
No. Because
of the narrative that they reached out to us.
Yeah.
But when they are beggars,
they are beggars. In fact, my wife came back and told me, even their housing, they have the station as far as housing will stay. They don't use block to build. They use wood. When you move on the thing is just boom. Well, at the upstairs. So it's not that they are better than us. What is killing us? Our leaders.
Are they not even feeding? They are even feeding.
They are feeding from us.
They are major source of income is Africa.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the thing is this, I learned one thing, and which is what I always say. When you allow somebody to tell their story, it's going to tell you
Exactly. That's why they say.
he wants.
From the royal
So
list,
tell,
right?
yeah,
They say everybody wants
that quote by this man, the same thing is what I won't allow you to tell my story. I'm the one to tell my story. I don't give you any chance.
How many of you have read this book, Walter Rodney, How Europe and Develop Africa? Okay. If you read that story, you'll be shocked and surprised what Britain has done to us.
To us, and are currently doing. That's the thing.
Yes.
Technically, BBC Hausa, BBC this.
It's not feeding anymore.
they carry the best of news here.
I'm telling you.
The NSASDC, they were the ones who reported it.
So it is not good at all. It is not good at all. They don't recognize your certificate at all. Whatever you carry here to there, you have to come and do their own.
Start afresh, not be
Come and do their own. It's not fair. This, what do you call it? They were telling us in that book, what there's a nut they call that nut is poisonous. The nut, I've forgotten the name, not watermelon. Please, can you, cashew nut, good. The cashew nut is poisonous. Well, they were exporting it to them free. Cashew nut was poisonous.
One that is making cocoa, the entire value chain is.
I'm telling you. We were exporting cashew nut to Britain free because it was poisonous to us. And it was very useful to them. Until Mauritania 1975. Came and stopped. When Mauritania that changed in the pound to Naira, we used to drive left and Britain drive. Change to right. It was Mauritania that changed Shell British. It used to be Shell BP, Shell British Petroleum in Nigeria. The 19th Shell Development Company. It was Mauritania that did it. And that's what forced them to recognize apartheid. They were supporting apartheid regime, South Africa. And so when Mauritania started all this radical move, they now submitted and succumbed to the indigenous governance. So they have done a lot of evil thing to us. And they are still doing it. They are still doing it. America is a bit better because is better because you still have the right to do certain things. The British is the worst. They are conservative to the core. They don't have you don't have any right in Britain, except they just use you like this other group of people. But all the same, we have to survive. We have to tell them that we are here and we can't leave the world until we are satisfied. We are okay. So for those of you that are still younger, you have to strive. You have to strive. Whatever opportunity you have, exploit it to the end. Do not allow somebody to tell you you are second-class citizen. No, you are not. But whether your father is a governor or not, if you are in the same class with anybody or you need anything to present, tell him you are the number one. Don't allow anybody underrate you when you have opportunity. No. In every government table, there is money. Let me tell you this. In every government table, there is money. It's for you to be loyal to your boss. He will tell you where the money is. Okay, if there is no money, how many commissioners have resigned?
That's the question.
How many chairmen have resigned? How many House of Assembly? If there is no money.
And even those who were doing they took in first term.
They are looking for second term.
They have appointed them for they have done 1 year extra.
So if there was no money, so why do you stay there? In every government table, there must always, because budget is made for it now. Haven't you been seeing every year? Budget is presented and approved. So how do they retire that money? There must be something. So if somebody wants to give you money, say, this government, there is no money, tell you, sir, thank you very much. You may not say anything though, so you will not ask somebody to come and knock you down on the road. It's okay. Know that they have refused to give. Not that there's no money. If you wanted to give you 10,000, if you can give you 5, it's okay. But not to tell you there's no money. Not to tell you there's no money. There's always money to spend in government. Government is the highest employer of labor.
Wow.
The highest employer in Nigeria. Because what we are doing in Nigeria is not done in UK or US or any developed country. It's a company organization that is the highest employer of labor. Yes, private sector, not government. Intelligent people don't go to government. Yes, intelligent people don't go to government because, this letter has been written like this. It has to be like that. No innovation. Yes.
That's true. That's true. Oh,
I've been a civil servant.
That's why some people are not fit into that.
Yes.
That system. You hear.
Because I am directed to inform you that this is happening. That's all. Thanks, you sign, submit.
That's it.
If you don't write like that, the messenger who going to deliver that letter, this is not how to read this letter. Office of Secretary to Government has a routine. Secret file is there on this topic. So please, why don't you follow the secret file? So if you are a new person, go and bring the file, and you will see the routine follows. So you have to follow that routine. Whereas in a private organization, any innovation you make, you are paid compensation. So intelligent people go to private organization to exploit. Somebody that duped a bank in the US, he duped the bank and he was caught. The government invited him. How did you do it? They don't send him to prison.
How?
How did you
Let us
do
know.
it? Teach us.
Because it's useful.
Yes. They need to know what you use in doing this thing. And he showed them. They now employ him. The organization now employ him. And it's making a lot of innovations in the system. So you don't just get him and kill him and send him to prison.
Let that kind of person be.
But if you were in Nigeria,
Like,
if you were in Nigeria, you would have been languishing in prison. You see? Yeah, TV, yeah,
They
don't
can't track that process.
Yes.
Because there must be somebody who knows that process.
Yes.
Yes, now. If you track it now, you can seize it.
So they now teach them and show them the loopholes that had been existing in that thing.
Yeah.
They now plug the loopholes.
Yeah.
And, yes, and they pay him big money.
Wisdom.
They now pay him big money. But that's also in Africa, or in particular, Nigeria.
True.
Once you say you are a thief, hey, everywhere. Even your paramount ruler, your villager will disown you and say, that man is a thief, he carry you. No, it's not done that way. Very soon there will be no surgery. In fact, right now in the developed society, there's no surgery. You say appendicitis, they put something, cut you. No. It's a robot that do all those things. The AI is coming to you, it's doing almost everything. You sit down like this, something is put through here, and they remove that thing. If it's here, they remove it out, and everything is done. You cannot go to hospital in a developed society, and they just, after doing the test, to know the pre reason for that thing to exist in you, another test will be conducted after finishing with you. If there is another thing that is there, so that you don't come complain that after doing that thing, this thing has happened. No. Before they discharge you. That's all. But our own is malaria, they just keep boom. You go.
they don't keep my national. This is how I wait for malaria addiction. Again, I don't even know whether that start the start there. This is so. How about you coming in?
Of course, you cannot even go to a pharmacy to get on the counter drugs there. They refer you to, if it's your eye that is the problem, you refer to eye clinic. Eye clinic will now examine you. Look, did you know that they have to open your brain? They check you from your brain why that eye is disturbing you. They don't have expert, they refer you to expert somewhere. And they tell the expert will come so day, you have a day with them. And you go there. They say if it is operation, they do it. If it's surgery, if anything, they tell you what to do, and they give you the necessary drugs. I'm telling you, the country is so, not that they have money than us, but but the system is almost perfected. You park your car, there's no garage in the developed countries in the UK. There's no garage, you drive your car. No. It's put like this on the road. Police security are watching. You have to pay the security fee. Looking. My children they travel to another country. The watch they carry was monitoring the house. Anything they would indicate, anything that happened to that house, they will know here. So there's no need to say I have security man. I have no. There's no security. There's no watch night. I'm telling you, they don't thief anything. It's done that. But they are also criminals too.
Yeah.
No, they are criminals.
Better criminal.
And those ones are quality ones.
In fact, they brought what is happening to Nigeria.
Absolutely.
In London, there are a lot of thieves. Even at the gunpoint, at the bus stop, and everywhere. They just harass you and collect something and run. They are so big. There are harlots too, hanging out for people to take them out in the club. Asking you, I'm a free woman, can you take me out? So that kind of, so it's not, their own is not the heaven. It's as bad as our own here. But I think their own is controlled.
Yeah.
They package it and let you see what you want to see.
Yeah.
What they want.
They control the news.
Yes, now.
They allow what they want
to go out. All this thing I'm telling you, if you are not there, you won't know. You don't know there's an adult woman sitting down asking you for, can you take me out? They're beggars, they are criminals too. So it's a terrible thing. Any question, please? Apart from this thing we have talked about,
Officer.
anything you want to talk about, let's continue, please.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Which area would you advise someone that wants to do like maybe a lakefront estate? Which area in Akwa Ibom State would you advise based on no government interest and based on receptivity of the people in Akwa Ibom State?
It's okay. For security reasons, for you to make your money fast, I'll prefer an area that is close to you. You is cosmopolitan city. And let me also tell you, you can be accessed from any local government, apart from Ikorobasi. That is it's far away from you. Every local government area can access you within 1 hour.
Yeah.
Within
1 hour.
Yes, I know that.
Within 1 hour.
Yes, you can access. Yes. From Ibaka, if I'm driving from Ibaka, I can access you 1 hour.
And that is because the road is very bad
Yes.
here.
1 hour. If the road is fine, you drive.
Apart from Ikorobasi.
Yes, I can say it because me and the Wakawa were.
So,
Okay.
and because of that, if you put an estate outside of you, it may not sell because people there can drive to you anytime.
So
And yes, they will prefer you to go. And because Uyo is the start capital, they will always want to stay within the state capital. Security reason. Security is managed well in Uyo than any other local government area. The worst thing that can happen to you is that the night they call you, somebody has been kidnapped from your estate or thief has entered his house. If people don't that news go outside, people back away from that state because security is the most important thing people value.
Yeah.
Yes. Security is the most important thing people value. When they are threatened, they run away from that area. So you could do in Uyo, but in Uyo you have to go to suburb because the main city
has been taken.
You have to go to suburb and make that estate attractive. What do you make that estate attractive? Constant light, constant water supply, adequate security. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
Like I said, it is always good to involve government when you are acquiring estate, land for estate. Do you understand me? To make things easier for you. You are a beginner, you must go to bank and get loan.
Okay, sir.
And if you want to partner with government will ask you proof of fund. What is proof of fund? Your financial ability to carry, because government will not give you money.
Okay.
The only thing, if they want to assist, to give you land
Okay.
as their own equity share,
Okay.
you must give them a proof of fund.
Please, 1 minute, sir.
Yes, please.
Are we permitted to have the figure of this?
Yes.
Okay. My heart is beating.
Okay. When you are convinced, when your bank issued a proof of fund to you, because no businessman can carry out such a business without government, financial support from bank. If they give you, you show the government, you are good to go. The government will now approve the land for you. But you cannot just go and tell government you want to develop a housing estate, and the government should come and give you money. This government will not give you money. Umoino will not give you such money.
Okay.
So you can partner with foreign interests. In the housing need, there is every need for housing need every year in the state. Yes. Once that is done, government will ask you for a proof of fund. Your bank will write to the government. They will not write to you because you can doctor some documents. Your government will request, you say, what is your bank? You mention the bank. They write to them. They now can send the letter to them. If they are convinced, they are good to go. And because of government interest, like you already said, they can now sponsor people in that estate to stay there and pay you money.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Because that's how they can recover their money.
Yeah. Yes.
So that I understand why it's everywhere, like you want and all that. Why it's almost every blessed month, 50 acres, 100 acres, 160 acres. Why people take this kind of money? It's not that I understand what's up.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Yeah.
That is the truth.
That's a call of
Yes.
Look at the one government just opened the Suppositan. You think they just stay there and come like that?
Oh, yeah, there is an estate around, I went to, I was at this hotel, where that guy came, he's a pastor. You should know him now. Not really remember. That, oh boy, the land they are acquired, I think that land, somewhere, one of the lands is around your, this book, is
Air Force. Close to Air Force Secondary School.
The
Yes.
amount of land I heard they acquired in that area, not that they have the will, they have already acquired. What kind of land? And this man, sorry to say this man is a Yoruba man. I went for that conference, I went for that training that day. And the only thing that got me so angry was our naivety. The naivety, the discouragement of common people. That's myself. So don't we have people from this place
That can
that can pull resources together? Look, in the next couple of years, I think this thing is, like someone said, is the what we say in class, is the best case scenario in Nigeria. Why don't our people see the potential? What is this about? If a party will make this people come to life, do you know how much investment will come to? So people don't seem to see the opportunities here.
You my favorite.
And I learned that around that, this Ibakasi that we bought.
Yeah.
So
I can tell you that.
who took us this thing?
Mm.
Who took us this thing? I don't know. It gets me really, when I saw the kind of land that man has bought, and he's selling it off It's making so much money.
Selling at a
Selling
very
at
high
a
price.
high price. Even was comparing the one that we sold at Open Market and said, "Hey, for what now?" He makes so much money. He bought our land and he's selling it to us.
To us.
Higher to us.
To us.
So why can't our people see beyond their nose? Why can't we invest? And you ask, well, come and buy land there, you say, we land. Who did that? Because I think that, and then apart from Open Market, there is no, I'm going to be wrong,
Yes.
within the bridge of my human, capability, there is no gated estate, proper estate that's gated
By an indigent.
in this state.
Let me tell you.
But some of us don't get it.
We
Yeah,
Before
I
you
know.
enter an estate,
Yes, so
they will know
protocol.
who is coming.
Yes.
let me tell you, let me want what happened. I retired from government
Ziggy.
2023 last
Why
year.
can I walk into a person without-
And everybody is telling me, go and teach in the university. The VC is calling me, it isn't.
We don't get sick.
I don't know the mentality of our people.
It's not going to reap the fruit of your labor.
No. If I get to university, I know myself, I will consume by the work in the university.
Yes.
There are a lot of things I can do. I have a link in US, I have a link in UK, I have a link in Canada. I can bring investors to this place. We are talking. Apart from this nonsense, these people have done the kidnapping. And that can give me a fulfilled life. Get some men, some young men and women worked and get their money.
Have meaning for life.
Port Harcourt Refinery is about starting. How many people from this state are involved in renovating? Rehabilitation manager called me the other day. Nobody's interested. Or what with this politics, teaching, working in civil service. And sometimes I felt very bad. Kaduna Refinery is undergoing rehabilitation. Not even a pipe. You know how much to repair one pipe? What it means? Nobody's interested. To supply one pipe that link up, our people are not there. If they are calling you, come and take over appointment as part-time lecturer, how much are they going to pay me?
And then they'll crowd you with stress.
With stress.
They will load you with stress.
So that's what you guys are doing. Spread your tentacle.
Yeah.
Do what you are doing well, you're going to make it.
True.
When you what you don't know, call somebody. There's no need saying, this is my own. This is, no. Call somebody, say, look, I'm stuck here. Where can I do? Where can I move from here to another place? If that person doesn't, you make a call to another person and they will. Did you know that a messenger in MPDC, I'm not telling you senior manager, a messenger in NPDC, Benin office, makes a lot of money? What does he do? Serve tea to the person, to the manager. And because he served the tea to the manager, he listens to what the manager is saying and can give that information.
And sells. It becomes a very huge amount of money. Yeah.
How many of our boys and girls are there? I got to know this because there was a chap I know who is working there. She told me, sir, you don't have money to do this. Partner with somebody. And now we are talking. Before you get any job in that place, you must have a board member or you have a connection with a politician outside that can influence the decision. How many people are there? Brother, it's a thing that I sit down and say, why? Why all this?
You see the gap? Why?
Somebody has to call for you. I'm interested in this company. He has filed in. It's okay. All what the people say, okay, sir.
That's why I can't be poor, sir.
Okay, sir. You don't even need money. You need connection.
Yeah, I can't. Just beyond money, the connection, the power.
That's all.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's all. Get connection. Somebody say, okay, um, I'm sending somebody to you by 12 noon tomorrow morning. You will enter 6 o'clock flight or 7 o'clock flight from you to Abuja. And I think by 9, you should be in your office. It's okay, sir. As soon as you give him an amount, as soon as you come, you call. As soon as you call from the airport, the car is already waiting for you. It's okay, you are sent by this person. It's okay. Please give me some 5 minutes. And you are ushered into your hotel. After discussion, everything is gone. That is what you don't have in this state. All the people who are people in Abuja, they are there to dupe you. You go to say, you need this money to go and do this. I say, look, my friend, I'm older than you in age, I'm more educated than you, I'm more exposed than you. That is not what you discuss with me first. I want to see that man. He said, you cannot go and say, okay, hold on. It's okay. Let me talk to you tomorrow. But before tomorrow, I'm already sitting in that man's office. And there was small politicians who have never do well in this, who were driven away. So everybody want to be politician. Everybody want to do this and that. Leaving big things out there. You want to come and struggle here? PA, SA, PPP, I mean, all kind of nonsense. Why do I need to go and be a PA to somebody? PA for what? PA for what? Sometimes I feel bad. I carry PhD and go and be a PA for somebody. And then the man will say, yes, I'm paying my PA as a PhD.
Of course, it's going to be a PA. Start a PA more. No, look at professor and a PA more. That's the fact.
So it's not this, it's not my portion. It's not my portion. Your son want to get a passport from the immigration office. You go and queue. Are you mad? Don't you know controller of immigration? Who you call? I mean, as soon as you walk in, are you this? Yes. Where's your passport? Your name office, I mean, your name number, your passport, your certificate of occupancy. I mean, certificate of local government identification. This and this. Okay, please, we'll capture it tomorrow. Come back. They will call you that your passport is ready. I mean, what kind of rubbish is this? You go and queue in this state. When I teach some people there, I say, people full of and queuing. I say, how can I go and queue? In the state I've worked as a civil servant, all the controllers I've accommodated them and give them, and I shall go and queue. Even though that person is not there, I will call you, call the next person. Or commissioner of police, or SSS director. Yeah, I can't imagine. That means I didn't make use of the opportunity that I have. Or correctional this man. No, I don't think. Room temperature. So that's all. Or the army officer. I now go and start queuing. You are brigade commander for the 82. I want to, if you want to enter army, I cannot take you as a recruit. Go. They will send you to Samisa Forest to go and die. Go as a Nigerian Defense Academy. Yes! Call me, I'll call the director of recruit.
Yes, sir. You see, I